I'm Kantis Simmons, and if you're here tonight, and we're going to get started with the Pay for College Now webinar. As you enter tonight, let me know where you're from. Let me know how's the weather where you are. What are you doing for Memorial Day? Actually, you know, the last few days I've been playing golf and played golf on played golf on Thursday with a friend. I went to the driving range on Friday, just worked on my game. Yesterday, I was tempted to play golf as well, but my hands were hurting. And so I think after this webinar, I'm going to go swing the golf clubs a little bit. But tomorrow morning, I'm feeling that itch to go hit this golf ball. And so I'm working on my game. But tonight, we're here. If you're there in the chat room again, just simply let me know where you're from, that you can see me. And we're going to have an awesome, awesome time tonight. Again, welcome from North Carolina. Welcome from Pennsylvania. Welcome from Griffin, Georgia. Who else do we have here? We have Michael. We have Pamela. We have Ivy. Welcome. If you are over on Facebook or maybe watching this on Facebook Live or Periscope, come on over to Pay for College Now, where you can get access to this webinar tonight. And I'm going to share my screen with you and click over here where you can actually see my screen. And if you can see my screen, if you see my slides, just simply say, yes, Kantis, I can see your slides. Can you see my slides there? Awesome. Yes. Well, good stuff. If you can see my slides, says, yes, I can see and hear you. Welcome. This is KN Lacole. Where are you from, KN Lacole? Yes. Well, tonight we're here with the Pay for College Now webinar, and I am Kantis Simmons. And tonight we're going to talk all about 7 ways to locate scholarships and land unclaimed college funding. My role tonight and my purpose is to help you discover the simple formula to pay for college now and how to locate scholarships and free money without stress, fear, and confusion. My goal is to give everyone on this webinar tonight to give you hope and a practical plan. Now, if you stay until the end, I have a very special gift for you. Does anyone like gifts? If anyone like gifts. And so what I'm going to be doing later on, I'm going to be showing you all how you can get access to my Pay for College Now course, as well as my academic success course. So if you would go over to Facebook before we dive in, click share with your other friends and family members. If you just go over to facebook.com, Ivy says, yes, I like gifts. If you go over to facebook.com/Kantis Simmons, you're going to see this picture there. I just took this picture. I just posted it on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook page and you share that on your page, share with some friends, share with your colleagues, share with other families. What I'm going to do later on, I'm going to randomly see everyone that shared that image on that page. If you hit share, and then I'm going to go through randomly tonight and give you access to my Plan Your A Game academic success course, all about helping you get better grades. And I'm going to give you access to my new Pay for College Now program, where I'm working specifically with students and families and helping them pay for college. So I'm actually going over to Facebook now. As you guys share this, just going to be able to see who's sharing what and looking to see how many people are sharing that live content there. And then later on, we'll pick someone to receive this awesome gift. Well, what makes today different? What makes today different is that you're looking at a young man who has, I grew up a nerd. I grew up as an individual who absolutely loved people. I grew up with a phone in my hand, and I was the person with the very first iPhone. I'm not sure which iPhone they're on now, but I do know that I grew up with a passion. Not only that, but my mom and dad, like weekends like this, they would take me to the beach. We would hang out. We would have an awesome time on the beach. You can see that all the people love me with my pop belly. But my mom and dad, one of the first things they did After my mom popped me out, she sent me to nursery. And actually, I've been in school for 25 years. Yes, after 6 weeks of being born, my mom instantly took me to Young World Nursery. And there I was in pre-K for 5 years. And then later on, I went to elementary school at Rainbow Elementary for 7 years. Then I went to high school at Southwest DeKalb High School. And there I got a high school diploma. And I want to say kudos and congratulations to everyone who's on this call tonight. Maybe you just recently graduated. You're part of the class of 2016. So I want to say congratulations to you and your family for graduating. So I know how that feels. This is a picture of me graduating there from Southwest DeKalb High School. And then later on, I went to Norfolk State University for another 4 years and got a degree in chemistry with a BS degree in chemistry. And later on, I went to Lehigh University and got a Master of Science degree in polymer science and engineering. And there at Lehigh, one of the principles that I learned with my advisor was the importance of learning more, the importance of taking the time to invest in yourself, taking the time to make sure that you find out what you are awesome at and you get all of the skills, you develop all of, you get the keys and the workshops and the degrees and all the tools at being the best at doing you. And then later on, I ended up going to Georgia Tech, got another degree in textile and fiber engineering. So why do I show you that I've spent more than 25 years in school? I tell you this because I ended up getting all of these college degrees and I didn't pay a single penny to do so. And that was a blessing. But what I want to do tonight is that I want to show you what it takes wherever you may be, high school student, maybe you're a parent, maybe you are entering into college, maybe you're in college now, whether you're in grad school. I want to help you pay for college. And after school, of course, I went on to work an amazing job there at NASA Research Center in Langley, Virginia. Had a great career as a rocket scientist. After that, also spent some years working at Vision, where I developed contact lenses. So I'm not only someone that's going to talk about academic success and funding your college education, but I've been so blessed to do so. And it's my goal to help you do that tonight. Now, if you're here in the chat room, I want you to let me know two things. Number one, I want you to let me know if you are a student. Let me know if you're a student and what year you're in school or whether you're going to school. And let me know what college you're looking to go to. So if you're a student, let me know that you're a student and let me know what school and your major that you plan on going into. If you are a parent, let me know that you are a parent tonight. And let me know, the schools that your young person is looking to go into. So let me know there in the chat room. Let me know if you are a student and what school. If you are a parent, let me know if you're a student and what school. Somebody, I apologize for that typing there in the chat room, but it says, let me know if you're a student and what school. Let me know if you are a parent and what school. Here's a cool picture of my mom and my dad. When I was growing up, my little brother there, my mom again, my dad. Here's my mom and my dad and my family. And this picture right here says a lot. You see me, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother. And one of the cool things about this picture, my sister, Mia, Dr. Mia Simmons, this is where she received and finalized getting her PhD. And to the far left-hand side, that's my brother in the purple shirt. And he's actually a musician. He went to college and got a degree in music there at Berklee College of Music. And that's, of course, his beautiful wife, Nicole, there in the black. My mom and my dad. I'm on the far right-hand side. And I share this picture with you because my brother had student loans. My sister had student loans. Like I said before, I didn't pay a dime to go to school, but I didn't do a good job of letting other people know, specifically my sister and brother, of how I was able to do this. So I've done a lot of things right, but I've also done a lot of things wrong. And what I want to do is to make things right by helping other individuals like you. Looks like we have a parent from North Carolina State University. Awesome. Parent of a 10th grader, unsure of school, but presently in school. We have a parent, Morehouse. We have a parent combo, student and parent from Lamar University. Awesome. We have a doctoral student from Walden University and a parent of a son at Berkeley College of Music. Now that's awesome. My brother, Brian Simmons, he actually went to Berkeley College of Music. So as I mentioned there are a lot of things that I've done wrong, a lot of things I've done right, and some things that I've done wrong. And I'm making those wrongs right by now helping other students and parents like you. Of course, I travel to schools and colleges and I speak and I help individuals get the job done in the classroom, but also helping individuals pay for college. Awesome. We have Mr. Michael, thank you, parent, West Virginia State University and University of Scranton. We have 2 students in school. I have 2 students in school. Awesome. Michael, you're a senior. Good stuff. Well, here's what I want to do. I want you right now, wherever you are, I want you to turn off Facebook if you have already shared it, Instagram, or those various things. I'm actually shutting down. I'm actually shutting down my social media so that I can give you all that I have, and making sure tonight that we're live on this webinar. And if you can, pull out a piece of paper, go ahead and get really focused, because I believe that what I'm about to give you in these next few minutes will change your life forever. I have another parent there from Coastal Carolina. Awesome. So 7 ways to locate scholarships and land unclaimed college funding. Take these notes tonight. A little bit later on, if you have any questions, we're going to open up this thing for Q&A and make sure that you get access to my answers as I help you tonight. Great stuff. Foundation number 1. I start off all of my webinars saying this because I want you to understand this, that nothing in life just happens, and college funding won't either. You have to be intentional about finding college funds and applying what I'm going to share with you tonight. So that's foundational principle number 1. Nothing in life just happens, and college funding won't either. You have to be intentional. Number 2, education is not the key to success, but you are. Yeah, that's a bold statement. What am I saying? You know, I grew up in an era where people say, hey, just go get your degree and you'll be successful in life. Well, I know a lot of people who have college degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, and they're not successful. Now, we can measure success a lot of different ways, but I'm pretty sure you know some individuals who are struggling right now. And I realize this, having an education alone is not the key to success, but you applying what you know, you learning the tools, the strategies, the techniques from people that have gone on before you, you learn from their mistakes and you take action. So education plus appropriate action, or the appropriate action, will lead to success. Here's foundational principle number 3. School give you the keys to the doors that you want to access. You know, if I go outside my front door today and I come back in, I'm going to need a key to unlock that door, correct? Right. I'm going to need a key to unlock the door. So for me, as I was going through high school and college, I wanted to access the door called a research scientist. So by me being a research scientist, I was going to need the key of a BS degree in chemistry, a key of a Master of Science degree in polymer science and engineering, a key of a textile and fiber engineering degree, so that I can become a research scientist and work on the various projects that I worked on there at NASA and SIBA Vision. So school gives you keys to access the certain doors. Now, I wouldn't have been able to be a research scientist if I didn't have that appropriate key. So keys are made just to access doors. So foundational principle number one, you have to be intentional. Nothing just happens. Education is not the key to success. You are. You taking action is the key to success. Number three, school gives you access to keys, and these keys will help you open up doors. Now, not only is school a key, but a book, a webinar tonight, a certificate, maybe a coach that you have or a mentor. All of those will give you access to keys. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to write down wherever you are. I want you to set a goal. What is your college funding goal? I want you to write the vision and make it plain. I remember when I was in high school, and at the time period, I really wasn't sure what my mom and dad had laid up for me where paying for college was concerned. And there was something that I learned about this whole process back then. At the time, I was a pretty good academic student. I played baseball, and I was also in the marching band. So I made a decision. I set a goal for myself that I was going to get a scholarship, a full scholarship in either academics, marching band, or athletics. So I set a goal, and my goal was I have a full scholarship to go to college. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to type in the chat room or even on a piece of paper. I want you to either do both. I want to let me know, what is your goal? What's your goal for your education? And what you want to do is put the phrase I am in front of it. I am a full-time student at North Carolina State University, and I have a full scholarship. Or you can be more specific to say, hey, I have $38,000 to pay for my college tuition at the University of West Virginia. Or you write your goal to say, I am a scholarship recipient at Walden University, and I complete my degree in business. I need you to write your goal down. I need you to set a goal. So if you're there in the chat room, go ahead and just let me know what your goal is. And then I want you to write this goal down so you can see it. The good book says, write the vision, make it plain so that you can see it, so that you can run with it. And once you write this goal down, I want you to post it around your home, put it in your bathroom, put it in your kitchen, put it next to your bedroom, put it in your cell phone where you can always see this goal, where you can always see what you're focused on. Because believe it or not, studies have shown that people who write down their goals are 80% closer to receiving their goal. Now, if you can't hear or see anything, make sure you hit refresh. Make sure you hit refresh if you can't see, refresh if you're having issues. Yes, make sure you refresh there. So write your goal down. I want you to see this goal. I want you to know this goal. Now I want to break down for you. Here is the 4-step formula to pay for college. P4CN. P4CN. I'm a parent and my son will graduate debt-free from college. Thank you. Somebody's writing that goal down. Yes, you're writing that goal in the chat room. I'm a parent and my son will graduate debt-free from college. I love that. Now, here's the cool thing. As a parent and your son, once you write this goal down, I want you, as things become clearer for you, maybe you know what school, maybe you know what city, maybe you know what major, you write that goal and say, hey, my son is a graduate. He's a debt-free graduate of so-and-so university, and he's majoring in physical therapy. That's how you write that goal. Keep writing those goals there. Great. So here's the formula. Pay for college now equals GM plus OM plus YM. GM plus OM plus YM. This simply means the government's money plus other people's money plus your money is how you pay for college. Government's money plus other people's money plus your money is how you pay for college. Now, let's talk about the government's money. One of the things that you know that I'm very passionate about, if you've seen me on any social media platform, or if you hear anytime I'm sharing information, is that within the government, the number one way you can get access to government money is through this avenue called FAFSA. FAFSA is the free application of federal student aid. The free application of federal student aid. Now check this out. $2.9 billion. $2.9 billion the last 2 years went unclaimed by students, parents, and families. The government had $2.9 billion of unclaimed college funds. Now, how can you get access to these college funds? The number one way is through FAFSA. It's through FAFSA. Now, there are a few myths here that we have where FAFSA is concerned. And I want to show some of these myths with you. Some of these myths is this: my family makes too much money for me to qualify for financial aid. That's not true. That's myth number one. So if you're looking at FAFSA, this is a website where they give you access to all of the resources that the government has for you. Now, when you apply for FAFSA, you simply go to fafsa.ed.gov. As you go to FAFSA, this is a website that you have to you go to, and once you go there, it will help you with the financial aid process. This is the number one place that you go. Someone just typed in the chat room, I am a senior and my goal is to graduate debt-free with my bachelor's and master's degree. Awesome. I received a scholarship from North Carolina State University and earning any degree of her choice. Thank you for writing those goals. So FAFSA and financial aid, there are a few myths. I want to go over these myths real quick. My family makes too much money for me to qualify for financial aid. That is a myth. That is not true. Okay? That is not true. So what that simply means is that you can get access to financial aid. You can get access. That's a myth. Your family makes too much money? No, because with FAFSA, they do more than just calculate how much comes in. They look at how many years you have in school, what school you want to go to, the amount of money needed for that school. Also, they look at the age of your parents. Myth number two about FAFSA is this: I need to file my taxes before completing FAFSA. Bonk, that's another myth. What you can do if you haven't completed your taxes for that year, you take your tax returns and maybe your tax returns and your numbers from the previous year, and you can update it on the FAFSA form once you apply for FAFSA. And if you get new tax returns or a new tax statement, then you can always update your file on the FAFSA website. Number three, FAFSA is too hard to fill out. Believe it. Believe me, FAFSA has become a lot easier. Once you go to the website there and you log in and you go through the process, they will let you know step one, step two, step three. You can either apply for FAFSA through a paper application, but you can also apply online. And by applying online, they say now that the average person completes the entire application within 21 minutes. Another myth is that my grades aren't good enough for me to get financial aid. That's not true. FAFSA is not based on your academic grades, but it's based on what you show and demonstrate on paper, why you need the funds, and those assets that are coming in and showing those different places that you are interested in going to school. So it's not based on your academic grades, but it's based on your financial need, and it's based on you applying. Your race, your color makes you ineligible for aid. That is not true. Actually, if you go over to the website, they will show you and break down who's eligible for financial aid. And it has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with your ethnicity. It has nothing to do with what state you live in. Myth number 6, I support myself, so I don't have to include my parents on my FAFSA form. Bomb. That's not true as well, because you may be a dependent or an independent, and FAFSA on their website, as you go through the process, they will let you know when you must and must not apply or put your parents on the aid. But starting out, go ahead and put your parents on there. Specifically, if you're coming out of high school, you don't have any funds, they want to see that, because all of those factors will go into helping the government let you know how much is available to you where FAFSA is concerned. Someone said, I already completed the FAFSA form, so I don't need to complete it again. That's another myth. Here's the reality. You have to apply for FAFSA every year in which you need the college funds. So if you're going into school this coming year, you must apply for FAFSA for money of this year. If you plan on going to school next year, you have to apply for FAFSA every year in which you need the money. I think at one time, you have to apply for FAFSA after January 1st of the year in which you need the money. So if you're going to school in 2016, after January 1st, you can now apply for FAFSA. 2017, now you can apply for FAFSA. So every single year that you need finances to go to school, apply for FAFSA. The FAFSA is only for grant money and scholarships. That's not true either, because they also use FAFSA if you decide to take out a student loan. If you decide to work in school and get work study, they also they look at your FAFSA to see what you have there to calculate how much work study, and if you need to take out a student loan, how much eligibility you have with student loans. So I want to go back over to my other slide here, but let you know that that is so key that you complete FAFSA. So if you want to get access to the government funds, you must do that by FAFSA. $2.9 billion unclaimed because people did not do that very first step. So if you want to get access to the government's money, that's the first thing you do, FAFSA. FAFSA. Now, let's talk about no one wants to buy an ugly truck. Now, you see this is a truck here, and many people purchase trucks, and many people purchase luxury vehicles and cars and Suburbans and any type of car you like. But honestly, no one wants to buy an ugly truck. You know, anytime I see this picture, I think of Fred Sanford. You know, Fred Sanford, bum 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 bum, hey, bum 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 bum. That was back in the day, right? But Fred Sanford had this ugly truck, and you see, part of our equation says the government's money plus other people's money. Now, when we think about scholarships, it's other people's money that want to give, that want to invest in you as a student. So if you're an ugly truck, believe me, no one wants to invest in an ugly truck. So what am I saying? I'm saying that when we go through these next steps on how to locate and land scholarships, that is so important that we present ourselves in such a way that people will say, yes, I want to invest in this student. I want to invest in their education. I want to invest in their future success. I want to invest in them because they're going to be a doctor. Okay, so that is so important. All right, here are 7 ways. I won't be able to spend a lot of time on all of these ways because of just time tonight, but I'm going to go through these, and I'm going to spend some time showing you how to get access. Okay, number 1, here's a cool way: look locally. There's gold in your backyard. Number 1, so you want to look locally. You want to talk to your counselors. You want to talk to maybe your principal. You want to talk to school districts. You know, the other day I was doing an event at my school district, the DeKalb County School District here in the Atlanta metro area, and they were giving scholarships to some of their music students. The music program, the students, the band director, the director over all of the music program, he was having the students apply to certain scholarships because he knew that there were scholarships out there for their major. So you want to look locally. You want to talk to your counselors. You want to talk to people in the community to find those scholarships. Number two, you want to look online. You want to seek and you shall find. Somebody say, I can't hear anything. Okay. You can't hear anything. Can anyone else, if anybody can hear me, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me. Jalecia, if you can't hear me, make sure you refresh your page, check your earbuds, make sure your headphones are in the appropriate port there. But if you can hear me and everything is fine, someone else in the chat room say, hey, Candace, I can hear and I can see. Okay. But let's look online, okay? Seek and you shall find. Now, if somebody's in the chat room, I want someone to give me maybe their major, and I'm going to practically show you online how to find a scholarship using good old Google. I can hear and see you. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so look online, seek and you shall find. Go to Google, blank your major, and then search scholarship. So I'm gonna go over here. I think this would be very helpful for someone. So I'm going to go over here and allow you all to see my desktop. Okay, I'm going to go over here and allow you to see. Okay, so I'm going to Google. And in Google, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your major and type the phrase scholarship. Okay. Take your major and type the word scholarship. Now, as I look back over here, pediatrician and attorney. Okay, pediatrician. All right, so I'm gonna just copy pediatrician here. The word pediatrician. Go over to Google, right? So pediatrician, watch this, scholarship. Now, notice what's happening. As you're typing into Google, they are already dropping down pediatrician scholarships, pediatrician scholarships, pediatrician scholarships available. Okay. So maybe did I spell pediatrician scholarship? Okay. Pediatric scholarship. Searching for pediatric medical scholarships. Under scholarships.org, the very first listing, boom, pediatric college scholarship. There's an overwhelming amount of financial assistance available to medical students who wish to specialize in pediatric medicine. And the following is a brief glance at types of available aid. Did you see what I just did? There's a National Health Service Corps scholarship. Okay. It says so this scholarship, National Health Corps scholarship program. If you click that link there, it'll take you to that actual website. Let's click over here real quick. When to apply? Wow. 2016 application cycle is now closed. The next scholarship program application is open in spring 2017. Who can apply? It's for physicians, dentists, nurse practitioners, certified nurse, midwives, physician assistants. Pursuing a degree. Look at that. The armed forces have a scholarship. That comes from the payment of educational expenses plus a monthly stipend of currently valued at $2,122. Look at that. Armed forces have a scholarship, which pays full tuition, books, and fees. You may also qualify for $20,000 bonus for joining the program. Hey, man, I get excited about this armed forces. This is just one page. University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill scholarships. Vanderbilt University, University of Chicago, Resident Scholarship, American Academy of Pediatrics, American Thorax Society. Do you see this? Right? You just simply go to Google. Let's do some more. Somebody else give me a college major over here. And even with, as we're in Google here, look, Society of Pediatric Nurses, they have awards and scholarships and grants. You click the link, awards are given, you read down through it. You got the 2016 winners, academic education scholarship grants, the Daisy Foundation. Hey, man, somebody else give me a major over here. Let's do attorney. Let's go to law school. Let's see somebody that wants to be an attorney. So I'm gonna go back over here to Google. More scholarships. Look at this: pediatric nursing scholarships, pediatric grants, Macy scholarships, pediatric cancer scholarship, pediatric nurse practitioner scholarship. Listen, you can do this, right? Let's do let's see, attorney scholarship, right? Someone wants to be an attorney. Attorney scholarship, attorney Gus scholarship, attorney general chamber scholarship, attorney general scholarship. Let's just type in and see what comes in. Scholarship program for divorce lawyers. What? Someone can get a scholarship for, let me enlarge my screen here. Knock out all the ads. But look at this: scholarship for divorce law, child custody, divorce mediation. For submission, simply email an essay and attachment of PDF to U.S. attorneys. Okay, look at this deadline there. But it shows you, you go through the process, you can find the scholarship. Let's go back again. Law scholarships, helping future lawyers. Anyone want to be a future lawyer? Scholarship application, the Adams Cutner's Helping Future Law Scholarship. Oh, wow, in this case, our scholarship is now closed. Just simply going to Google lawyer scholarships. You click down here. Outside scholarships, Yale Law School. Yale Law School has scholarships. There are many scholarships, fast web. So what I'm simply saying is this: you can use psychology, veterinary. Let's do one more. I love science, right? Let's do environmental science, right? Someone says environmental science there. So we're going to go over here. This is exciting, right? So you put, let's see here, environmental science scholarship. Look at this: environmental science master scholarship, environmental science graduate scholarship, environmental science undergraduate scholarship, environmental science PhD scholarship. You can get a scholarship, undergrad, grad school, master's, just by simply using good old Google, right? Good old Google. Scholarships in environmental science, the very first one. Choosing a scholarship in environmental science. What is a scholarship? What are the fundings? Is it worth going to college, right? Environmental science scholarship, you go down through here, click some scholarships. Look at that. American Geophysical Union, AGU. Annie's Homegrown has a scholarship. The National Garden Club. National Garden Clubs, Environmental Defense Funds. We could be here all day. Energy.gov, where you can go through and get one of these scholarships. This is super duper cool, right? This is awesome, right? So what am I saying? When you work with your program, did anyone see that? I'll make sure you guys saw that. Looks like we popped off screen there. Let me go back and show you that. Hopefully someone saw that there. You simply type into Google, and then in Google Environmental Science Scholarship, you can go to the website, Scholarships in Environmental Science, Green Scholarships, the Sierra Club Scholarship. Look at this. Here's a website, Sierra Club Scholarship. Money might not grow on trees, but for some students who want to help save the trees, is there for the asking. First batch of recipients received $3,000 in 2000. Environmental Scholarship, Broward Youth Awards, Association for the Advancement of Sustainability, Castle Inc., EPSA Marshall Scholarships. So what am I saying? All you have to do is use good old Google to do search, okay? Simply put your name of the major scholarship, and you can just click these links and you can just go to town searching for scholarships. So that's one of the ways that I always recommend people to look for their scholarships, and that is by using the good old search engine. So number one, look locally. Number two, look online. Number three, look socially and use hashtags. Now, I'm going to breeze through this one again too. So let's say on social media, and I love Twitter, right? So let me show you my internet screen again. This is good stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Let me show you my internet screen. All right, desktop 2 here. All right, hopefully you can see this here. So we're on Twitter. So this is my home screen. On Twitter, so in everybody's Twitter feed, they have this search Twitter up here. We use hashtags. We see hashtags on Instagram, Facebook. We see hashtags on various different social medias. Let me do something here. I want to share this screen. Let me share this screen over here. Okay. Hopefully you can see that better now. So we're in Twitter. Now we can go up to the top of Twitter, search in Twitter and use a hashtag scholarship. And we click the word scholarship. Now we go through social media and we look at scholarship, the best price nutrition and health scholarships, 2016 USA scholarships, a $2,500 video game scholarship open to college-bound seniors who are currently in school. Time is almost up. Come see us before 4 p.m. for $0 down and chance to win a scholarship. This single mom finally gets her college degree after 33 years. Okay. Scholarship. A simple $500 scholarship. Grad student, one of 5 chosen for scholarships. Right? Say no to cyberbullying and apply for a $1,000 scholarship now. PhD scholarships to study inland wetland greenhouse gas fluxes. Right? Fluxes closes 10 June. Scholarships. This is prize of a lifetime. Angela received scholarships. Now we can narrow this thing down. Let's say maybe do scholarships in science. You use your hashtags there. ExxonMobil, Bernard Harris Math and Science Scholarship, which grants high achieving STEM students $5,000 in scholarships. New PhD scholarship program. The GSEG Foundation University Scholarship, June 15th. June 11th. A new scholarship fund hopes to send thousands of Arab students to the university. You can just search these all day long. Science Achieving Scholarship, $6,000. May 31st, that applies tomorrow, right? Coming up May 31st. Hashtag your scholarship. So these are things that you can do. You simply hashtag your scholarships. Man, this is good stuff, man. Like you can go to school on scholarships, okay? So look socially, look online, use your hashtags, find whether on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, use those hashtags to see what people are doing, okay? Awesome. Awesome. Was this helpful for you? Did anyone see that? Anyone use that? You see now we can use Google to find those scholarships. We can use hashtags to find those scholarships. So hopefully you guys are seeing that and can see that. Here's number 4, look within your college. Let's say, for example, that you're planning on going to a school in West Virginia. So what that means is that as you go to a school there in West Virginia, that now you can now go to that college and seek out scholarships at that college. You go to the financial aid department, you go to the admissions department, and you seek scholarships that are given to students on that desired college. You go ask them, hey, do you guys have scholarships? Go to the financial aid department. How do I apply for scholarships? You see, a lot of times at these local colleges or the college that you plan on going to, there may be some alumni, there may be some programs, there may be some companies who give money back to those individuals who are interested in going to college or going to that particular college. So you want to seek scholarships there at the college. Here's another cool one. You want to seek scholarships corporately. Here's what I mean. Now, if you're a student, you may be related to, of course, you're related to your mom, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, and aunt. Every company, they have a spending budget for the fiscal year. Let's say if this company has a fiscal budget of $10 million. And for that fiscal year, they realize that they're only going to use $8 million for the things that they have going on there at the company. So they have an excess of $2 million. What a lot of companies do corporately is that they will find ways to give the $2 million away to helpful causes. So what this means to you is that in some cases, these corporations develop scholarships for parents, for students who are related to the parents that work at their company. So you can ask your mom, say, hey, mom, does your company have a scholarship for those that have students or children who work with that student? Maybe you have a grandmother or grandfather. They work with the company and their company has a scholarship. So you can look corporately. You can go find those other scholarships and corporations and businesses that have scholarships and apply for them. Look within the community. Seek out organizations and associations that do what you desire to do. Let's say if you want to go into in the area of, let's say in a business, maybe you are part of an organization, Future Business Leaders of America, maybe National Business Entrepreneurs of America. Maybe you have a student organization or an affiliation with an organization or association. Look within the community, look within their organization to see if they have scholarships. And some of these national organizations, they have regional organizations and they have state organizations. And some of them have local organizations and associations. You reach out to them and you look for these scholarships. Here's number 7. Look Greek. Seek out fraternities and sororities. Now, what does this mean for you? Seek out fraternities and sororities. Now, I'm not embarrassed to say this, but guess what? I received a scholarship. From a sorority. Yes, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated gave Kantis Simmons a scholarship. Why? Because they had a program that was geared to advancing education. I applied for it and I got a scholarship. Also got a scholarship from AKA, was Alpha Kappa Alpha. It's a sorority. I simply applied. I look Greek. So think about where you are. You have local fraternities and sororities. You have regional and statewide, local and fraternity chapters. And then you have nationwide organizations as well. You can look within those Greek organizations because they're always trying to give funds back to individuals and to advance the community. In the 7.25th way, and of course you say, why 7.25? Because I have 7.25 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give some love to the nub. Here's the 7.25th way. Look and use crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is very similar to, I like to say, the church offering bucket. This is where there's an appeal made and people pass the church bucket, pass the offering bucket, and people make donations. Well, you can go and search out crowdfunding websites, set up a crowdfunding page, and then now you set up your web page, and now you can invite people to invest in your college education. Why is this important? Because sometimes people won't know you need help unless you ask them. But if you're going to ask them, give them a really good reason for supporting your cause. So just simply go to Google and look up crowdfunding sources and crowdfunding websites. You can use these to set up your page and now create a website where now you can ask people to invest in your college education. So those are some of those 7 ways that you can locate those scholarships. Now, is this helpful for you guys? Is this helpful? Are you guys getting this information? Is this good for you? Just let me know there in the chat box. Let me know in there in the chat box. In a few minutes here, I want to break down some of the things that we didn't go into, but I want to show you some of the things that you can do to land some of these scholarships. Let's say, for example, if you want to go into a certain area, and you may want to get a degree in chemistry, right? Your major is in chemistry. But when I say diversify your interests, sometimes when you are looking for a scholarship in chemistry, you may have to think outside of the box, okay? And diversify your interests. So maybe it's not chemistry, but maybe it's a science scholarship. Or for instance, let's say if you want to go into veterinary medicine, right? You want to be a veterinarian, right? And you may be looking for veterinarian scholarships, but then you see, oh, wow, they have a biology scholarship over here. So you can diversify your interests. Or you may have a skill in music and you want to get a degree in business. So because you have some skills in music, you may look for a music scholarship to get you in the door, but now you're majoring in business. So look at your interests, diversify them, look outside the box and apply. Okay, so here are a few things to help you land scholarships. I'm gonna breeze through these. Increase your marketability. When you're applying for these scholarships, you are in the marketing business. So what does that mean? Be different, be memorable. On your application, make sure you stand out. So when they receive your application, they can say, oh, wow, I love what they are about. Yeah, we want to invest in this person. Number two, share your story. Let them see the real you. If you are applying, if you are writing an essay, let them see the real you. Tell them what's really going on. Tell them if you've had any challenges in the past and how you overcame those challenges. I probably should have moved this up, right? Fill out the application. So many people neglect doing what I mentioned to do, which is apply. Successful people take action. So for you, what that means is that it's important that you fill out an application. Listen, you can't win the lotto if you don't buy a lotto ticket. Here's another step here. But when you apply for a scholarship, you're going to have to write an essay and a recommendation. I recommend to you to recycle and reuse your recommendations and essays. Okay, so let's say you use an essay to apply for scholarship application number one. Now, you're probably going to apply for other scholarships. So now you can reuse that same essay over on scholarship application number two, number three, number four. Same thing with recommendations. If you have one of your professors, counselors, or someone you know, they're writing a recommendation for you for a scholarship, let them know that you want to also use this recommendation for the other scholarships. So now you have them write one general great recommendation, and then now you can take that recommendation, put it in an envelope, and then now you send it along with your scholarship application process. But you can reuse that recommendation and make it usable for the 4, 5, 6, 7 other scholarships that you apply for. Here's another way to land those scholarships. Listen, get those grades up. I'm all about playing your A game. You got to have those good grades. No one wants to buy an ugly truck. But here's the thing. If you do have a bad grade on your rap sheet, listen, you're in the marketing business, so you want to make sure that you stand out. You want to also make sure that if you have an interview, you want to let your light shine, number 7. Bring your personality and passion to the interview. Yes, if you have an opportunity to go to a school or sit in front of an application committee and they're interviewing you, let your light shine. Let your personality shine. Let your passion shine. Keep it real with them and be yourself. Present yourself in such a way that now they're going to say, wow, we want to invest in this young man because we see something in him. So let your light shine. When you write your essays, smile on your essays, because real people with real emotions are actually reading your essays. Yeah, real people. So if you're writing an essay, smile. There's something about smiling. Like, can you tell like right now how I'm smiling as I'm talking to you? But what if I started to frown and tell you, hey, smile on your essay, because real people with real emotions are reading them. Yeah, so smile. You see the difference? I'm smiling. You can reel people, real emotions, and they're helping you. And you can help them. And as you're interviewing, you want to stand out and make sure that you let your light shine. So there are a few ways there. Diversify your interests, market yourself, share your story, fill out the application, recycle and reuse those recommendations and essays, get those grades up, let your light shine, and make sure you smile on your essay. Hopefully this information was very, very good for you. Just because of time, I don't have enough time to go into all of the information, but I do want to introduce you to a course that I have where I work specifically with students and parents, hands-on, walking them through the process. And it's my Pay for College Now program. In this program and course, we go through more in detail, giving you access to certain things that are part of this program where I can take personal responsibility to make sure that I'm helping you through this process. There was just a bit of the 7 places to look. There are a lot more places to look. There are a lot more things that you can do with the financial aid process. So with my Pay for College Now program, this goes more into detail of what's actually included and how I can personally help you. So my Pay for College Now program consists of 6 different modules where we can help you maximize your financial aid, scholarships, talk about student loans and how to stack up your college funds, how you can save and invest. Module number 1 deals with how to maximize your financial aid. Now, this is where I go into detail showing you how to apply for FAFSA the right way. Earlier I talked about some of those myths, but in the financial aid module of this course, I go into detail to show you how to apply for it the right way. I also give you 10 steps for getting the most out of college financial aid. 10 things that you can do to get the most from the college financial aid. You want to make sure that you maximize and get everything from that. I will show you how to apply and what to say and where to send it and to what schools. Now, I know you may have your dream schools or the secondary or third primary or schools you want to go to, schools that are not your first priority, but maybe a local school around the way or in your neighborhood. And I show you where to send and to what schools and what to say. Module number 2 of the program deals with scholarship secrets revealed. This is where I show you 7 places to locate, 7 places to look for your scholarships. And we go into detail in each one of those areas. I show you how to apply and what to say. I show you how you can take what you've been through in life, how to market yourself so you stand out. And then I show you how to maintain those scholarships. Another module is buy student loans. Listen, so many people are bound by student loans. So I want to show you in your household when to take out a student loan, when not to, then show you how to avoid some of the student loan traps. Now, I'm pretty sure you know of individuals right now who say, hey, they have so much student loan debt that they're not making enough money to pay back the student loan because they're taking care of the household, taking care of the family. There's a strategy to that. There's a strategy to break the chains of debt. So in that module, I go into that. We also talk about investing. Remember, the formula for paying for college is the government's money plus other people's money plus your money. In this module, I show you how to stack up your college coins. And specifically, I show you 7 ways to add money to your college account. I talk about savings and investing, what accounts to invest in. I show you why starting early is all you need. I show you how to master a 529 plan. And I show you some extra income strategies there. Also, I have a module called the Scholar Card that shows you how to market yourself to get the money that you need. I'll show you how to market yourself even if you're not an A student. A good friend of mine, Felicia, she has a great book, and I interviewed her on how she was able to get scholarships as a C student. We parallel what she did in school, and I parallel what I did in school, and we have this conversation to show you how you can market yourself and still get a scholarship if your grades are not that high. No one wants to buy an ugly truck, but check this out. You can sell them yours. So those are the modules that's a part of the Pay for College Now program. Also, as a bonus, because you're here today, not only do I want to give you access to this Pay for College Now program, but I also want to give you access to my Playing Your A Game academic success program. Now, what this means is this. You can get the scholarship, but you have to maintain the scholarship. Or maybe it's not time for you to go to college yet, but I want to show you how you can get the best grades inside the classroom. So I have my patented, one of my best-selling courses, my academic success course, Playing Your A Game. This is the inside of it. And inside we have 10 different modules. Actually, we have 7.25 modules, plus we have some bonuses there where it's all about school motivation, student mindset, learning methods, time management, study muscle, focus momentum, test taking mastery, coaches and mentors. Also within that program, you also get some bonuses there, some audio programs, better grades in 7 days, why school, how to find your motivation to continue to go to school. I have a CD there that's called The Role of Parents. Also, study habits of highly effective students. I break down the important study habits that you must have on an ongoing basis so you can be a 4.0 student. And as an added bonus in the bonus, my brother and I, who's a musician, we got together and we created the music album called Academic Study Sounds. You know, you can't listen to Beyonce and Rihanna and certain types of music when studying. So we created a music project of where now you can listen to certain sounds to help you be more focused, more energized, and alert to focus while you're studying. So the college funding program is valued at $197. The bonus, the Playing Your A Game program, is normally $197. But I have a special offer for you. Not only will you get access to the Pay for College Now college funding program and the Playing Your A Game academic success program, but I want to give you access to my fast action bonus. If you choose to click the button that's on your screen, enroll in college funding course, I give you access to my academic success course, my college funding course, and if you choose to act fast within the next 15 to 24 hours, I would give you my test prep audio series. This is where now you can learn how to study less, retain more, and pass your exams without anxiety and nervousness. This is a 2 audio program where I go all in on how to overcome text anxiety, how to get over fears, how to get over frustrations, how to memorize things, how to make sure you study and ace those school tests. So if you want access to the college funding combo, the academic success program, and as a fast action bonus from 15 minutes now until the next 24 hours, you can get all of those for only $97. Why do I do this? Because you decided to take action. You decided to be on this webinar tonight, and hopefully it was helpful for you. Again, if this has been a blessing to you, let me know that this has been a blessing to you. And I want to go into more detail to work with you, your family, to make sure that you get all of the money that you need to pay for college. You know, I've been so blessed to access money for undergrad, access money for grad school. My mom and dad didn't have to pay a single penny to do so. So I create webinars and courses like this to help other individuals, because this is my way of giving back into making some things right in my life, because so many people need help. And of course, you know that. So you can just click the link there on your screen to enroll in the college funding course. You should see the button right below the video there, right above or below the chat room. And if you have any questions tonight in the chat room, I want you to go ahead and enter your question, and I'm going to answer those questions for you. I have a few people that emailed me some questions, and I want to answer those questions here live today. Let me go over to my email box there. I have a few people submitted some questions. Yeah, someone says, hey, I registered for the webinar. I will be on the road. Will I have access to a recording of the seminar on Monday or after? Yes, I will go in to process this webinar and send you all a replay. So make sure you can listen to the replay over and over again. Thank you for that question. Another question we had is that what's the biggest way I can stand out the most and prove to others that I really want the scholarship? Through a personal essay. Hey, one of the cool ways that you can stand out is by keeping it real, by letting people know who you are on your essay. For example, with me, one of the things that I did, now, if you've ever seen my picture, you know my story. I was born missing some of my fingers, right? So I talked about how I grew up insecure. I talked about how I grew up battling with low self-esteem. I talked about how I used to be concerned that people would pick on me. So in my essay, I talked about that in my essay, how by them investing in the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers who wanted to be a scientist, then I used that in my essay and it made me stand out. It made me personal. It made me real. I took a life lesson or a life challenge and turned it into my marketing tool. So now I'm the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers. What can you do? What story do you have to make yourself stand out? Remember, I said earlier that real people with real emotions are reading your essay. So the biggest way to stand out is to amplify your good. Also, go ahead and share some of the bad things. But if you're going to share something bad, let them know what you learned from those bad moments in your life. So thank you for that question there that's submitted via email. If you have any more questions in the chat room, I'm going to come answer those questions in the chat room. I see a few people leaving questions there. Let's go back, see we had another one here through my email box here. Going through. Someone says, Kantis, how do I get the left-handed scholarship? This is so cool, right? How do you get the left-handed scholarship? You would do the same thing that I mentioned before. Remember how I went over to Google and I typed in a person's major and scholarship? We can do the same thing and go over and type in left-handed scholarships or scholarships for left-handed people. If you're a twin, people can get scholarships for being a twin. If you are Hispanic, if you are Jewish, if you are white American, if you are Black American, if you're from Africa, wherever you're from, Europe, type in your interest, type in something that's unique about you, and put the word scholarship behind it. You will be so amazed at what comes out of that. And I'm going to go into more detail in my Pay for College Now program. Again, if you want to get access to that, just simply click the link there on the web page. You see a button that says enroll in the college funding course. And again, by taking action, fast action tonight and within the next 24 hours, you get access to not only the college funding course, my academic success program, and the test prep audio series, all for $97. Someone said in the chat room, I saw you mention applying for different scholarships outside of your major. Do you know if the major needs to be changed through FAFSA to apply? Well, here's the reality of it. So FAFSA is helpful. Well, FAFSA uses the information that you give them when you are applying for a certain major. Excuse me, when you're applying for a certain school. FAFSA wants to help you find the information or the money or those funding sources. FAFSA will let you and your family know what's available for you. So if you do put in a certain major in FAFSA It's just going to help their search queries to help you find the information you need. Now, once you have the money and once you have the resources, what you choose to major in is based on you, your desire, and their school. But the cool thing is that when you are getting a scholarship, all scholarships have certain requirements. Like for me, I got a scholarship from the DNEMIS program when I went to Norfolk State University. That stood for the DeZorts National Institute for Minorities and Applied Science. So for me to keep that scholarship, I had to major in one of the sciences, and I majored in chemistry. Not only that, I had to apply and make sure my grades were up to par. Someone said they don't see the link. I'm gonna put the link there in the chat room so you can get access to it. But so I had to maintain that scholarship. And for me to maintain that scholarship, I had to keep my grades up. So when you're applying for any scholarship, you want to know what is required to get the scholarship. Is it a one-time offer, or is the scholarship offered over and over and over again? Okay, so if it's offered every single year, then you have to apply every single year. Now, when we go back to FAFSA, remember, FAFSA is just the government showing you what you're open to receive, and it also gives you access to some of the other funding sources out there based on your application, based on your assets, based on your parents' assets, based on your tax returns, based on the need, based on these other equations that they have where applying for school is concerned. So hopefully that was a question for you. Someone sent me an email and asked about, does this work for people in grad school? Yes, it works for people in grad school. One of the things that after I got my 4-year degree at Norfolk State in chemistry, I was now looking to go into grad school. So what I did the exact same thing. I looked, I searched, I got on Google, I talked to my professors, I went to financial aid departments, I identified all of the graduate schools that I wanted to go to, and I researched their financial aid. I researched the scholarships, the grants, and fellowships. Sometimes in grad school, they don't use the word scholarships, they use the word fellowships. So I received a 6-year fellowship for $200,000. And what that required of me was to keep my grades up. It also offered me a stipend. With this particular fellowship, I was getting an additional $13,000 a year just for living expenses. So I had the tuition paid for, I had a stipend, and I also was able to work with NASA. See, here's the cool thing about my job with NASA. I started a relationship with them when I was an undergrad. I would attend their summer programs, and then I was able to go into their summer programs and their grad programs. So now they were a part of my funding source. So they helped out with that fellowship. So yes, there are many things out there for people in grad school. Just simply look, simply spend the time going through the information. Have another question here. It says, we have a 6-figure income. Will that affect my daughter filling out the FAFSA and her ability to get scholarships? Now, that's a great question. A lot of times, one of the myths is that my parents make too much money. So you can do one of two things, and we actually go over this in the Pay for College Now course. There are some things that you can do where we may not look at all the assets that the mother and father have, but we can put more emphasis on what the student has or doesn't have to show that they have need for the finances, right? So once you go into FAFSA and you start applying for the application, a lot of times people believe that it's just about how much money the parent makes. That's a myth, okay? That's a myth. So your 6-figure income, 7-figure income, 5-figure income, whatever it may be, it's not just based on that. It's based on factors like what schools they want to go to, what major they want to go into. It also looks at the age of the parents. It looks to see not only that, but sometimes just by applying early, you get access to more money, right? Because they have more money available. Then by you applying later on, some of those funds may be gone. So there are various factors outside of how much money you make that go into that. There are criteria. Go on to the website as you start applying for FAFSA every year. I don't care if you make 6 figures a day. Please fill out FAFSA every year in which you need the money after January 1st. I think rumors even they've added up to October. Like after October, you can start applying for FAFSA. But you do it every single year. If you don't hear anything I say, every single year in which you need the money. And even in this case, let's say if you don't get all the resources from FAFSA that you think you may need one year, apply the next year. Okay. So I go in more detail in that into my college funding program for the sake of time. Can't spend a lot of time there. Somebody said, thank you, Mr. Simmons, for your help. Hey, thank you for being on. I saw you mention that. Great. Hopefully that was helpful for you. For all those students and parents that have been on tonight, I want to just tell you so much how appreciative I am for that. I'm going to go over to my Facebook page to see if anyone shared that and see who I can randomly pick to give this free gift tonight because you guys stayed on. And if you stay on a little bit longer here, I got a very special resource that I want to tell you about because you stayed on. And remember my password to Facebook. Hold on here. All right, let's see what we have here. Few notifications. Awesome. Got a few people that shared this tonight. Let's see here. All right, I got a few people here. I'm going to take this random number for those that shared the post on Facebook and give them access to this. Let me go over to my random number. Like I have 6 people apply. Share this tonight. And the random number is, I'm writing it down. I'm going to pick this person. Looks like we have a winner, Miss April Rogers. April Rogers. Look, she shared that at 7:52 p.m. So, April, if you're still here in the chat room, congratulations. What I'll do is make sure you get access to the offer that I had tonight there with the Playing Your A Game Academic Success Program, the college funding program, as well as the Ace Your School test. So congratulations. Somebody has a question, says, she graduates in 2017. Does she need to apply January 1st, 2017? Absolutely. Great question. So let's say if a high school student is graduating in May 2017, that's when they're graduating from high school. But they're going to be going into college, let's say August, September of 2017. So they graduate in May of June 2017, but going into their first semester of college in August and September 2017. So yes, you want to apply after January 1st of 2017. And then as they go into 2018 school year, you want to apply as well. Great question. Another question says, somebody posted says, the UNCF offers numerous HBCU scholarships and partnerships with various organizations. Great resource. Yes, UNCF, they do great work, and they're very helpful. Very helpful. Thankful for posting that there in the chat room. And of course, tonight, we want to take access to this college funding program. You can get access to that. Listen, I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so blessed that you've, taken the opportunity to, spend time with me here and spend time investing in yourself. I don't take this lightly, even with the few technical difficulties we have. You're here because you want to make, in small words is this: you're here because you don't want to pay the big bill to go to college. The number one reason people don't go to school is because of financial challenges. The number one reason that students drop out of school is because of financial challenges. And I created this webinar, this Pay for College Now program, the college funding course, is because I know how it feels to go to school, to graduate with a degree, to graduate in grad school and not have to pay a single penny. My family, my mom and my dad, they're so elated, they're so happy that I don't have to pay those funds. It took a burden off of the household. So I congratulate you for being here. I simply ask that you take action for the things that you heard on the webinar. Take action. We're investing in the course there where we go more into detail. Take action with the fast action bonus. Successful people take action. And I believe that you want to be successful. I believe that, whatever you have going on, there's so much money out there. $2.9 billion go unclaimed. That's not my number. You search it out yourself, unclaimed college funding, and you will see that people don't get the money because they don't apply. Okay. So if there's any way that I can be a benefit to you and your household, hey, simply reach out to me. I'm Kantis at kantissimmons.com. If you want to take advantage of the course tonight, just click the link there and you can get access to that course. And I appreciate that. I'm gonna ask a few more things here. It says, thank you so much. I have 3 in college, so this will be very helpful. Please let me know what I need to do to access it. Hopefully in your website down below and above, you see a button that says enroll in college funding course. You can click this link here. To enroll in the course. Plus you get the bonuses. Any way I can be a benefit to you and your family, there's a link there. Someone says, hey, she's doing a dual enrollment and receives scholarships and lottery money in my state for her academic achievements. Will apply for FAFSA. Interfere with any of that? No. Great question. Great question. So someone asks, have a student who's getting a dual enrollment in scholarships. Some of that scholarship is part of the lottery money in their state. Will FAFSA interfere with any of that? So here's what happens is that FAFSA, once you apply for financial aid, they will again go into detail. FAFSA will let you and your household know how much she's available for, right? Then it becomes an additive property. FAFSA money or the government's money plus other people's money plus your money. So we got the government's money that's part of FAFSA. If there are other money that's coming in, then you take that money, the scholarships, the lottery money, plus FAFSA, plus if there's anything left of that you have to pay, it's an additive property. In some cases, what happened is that FAFSA, they may take care of all of your tuition and room and board, right? Take care of tuition, room and board. And then, like for me, I had a few scholarships that were worth like $500 or $1,000. I was able to use that money for books, right? So you got tuition, you got room and board, you got lunch meals, you got books. All of those things need to be paid for. So get as many scholarships you can outside to go ahead and knock out that total balance. Now, what you want to do, based on the schools that you want to go to, you want to find out, in particularly, how much is, how much is it worth at that school? How much is per year? Look at those per year fees. Find out how much is it per year to go to a certain school. Okay, per year, 4 years or 5 years, right? You may get a partial scholarship but you want to apply for scholarships every single year. I tell students and parents this: make looking for scholarships your job. Make looking for scholarships your job, right? That's your new job, looking for scholarships, looking for fellowships. And as you do that, you will find them. All right. A few more questions here. If there aren't any questions, I'm going to shut this thing down. Hey, we've been on here for about an hour and so, about an hour and a half. And this has been some great information. In the chat box there, if you're still here, let me know in the chat box what was most helpful to you. Let me know in the chat room there what was most helpful to you. I'm going to be around here as I close down this webinar. I'm going to be here and answer any more questions. I'm going to stay over a little bit later, and if someone will grab me something to eat. But thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you want to take advantage of this program tonight, the offer that we have is going to be available for the next 3 days. But the fast action bonus of the test prep audio series will be available the next 24 days. So I'm gonna give you 3 days to make a decision on this. This will be the only place you can get access to this because you're here. And give you the next 3 days to get access to this fast action bonus. If you act now, you can get the audio program there for all at one low fee of $97. Any more questions? I'll be around. Hey, listen, I'm Kantis Simmons. Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. If you want to email me, you can email me at Kantis Simmons. Great. Okay. Time for any more help there, any more advice. Let me know here what you got most out of the got more from this webinar. Somebody said hashtagging scholarships was helpful. Thank you, Kantis. The Google search was helpful. Yes. Somebody said they didn't even think about looking in the local college. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me give you this since you're here. If people are still on. All right. Let me give you this. Here's a book. Here's a book. I'm going to type this book in here and you can find it in your local library. Let me blow this up. And the book is called The Blue Book, right? So because you're here, I want to let you guys know about this book. And this book has this book gives it's an amazing book. Okay, why is this thing not blowing up? Okay. There we go. The Blue Book. This book is a series of books. It looks like an encyclopedia. Okay. And because you guys stayed on late until the end, I want to give you this. It's called The Blue Book, right? And the Blue Book, what it is it's a group of books. Well, it's one book. It's like an encyclopedia, and it breaks down all of the schools in some of them of the world. And it shows you what scholarships are out there for those schools. Like if you want to go into a certain major, it shows you certain scholarships and fellowships that are out there for a certain major. Now, I would advise you buying the Blue Book. Okay. Some libraries still have the Blue Book. It comes in like volumes. Okay. It has some volumes there. And once you go to the Blue Book, you can just search schools, you can search majors, you can search certain companies, certain corporations that give scholarships. By looking in the book, it will let you know that. Okay. There's another book that I have somewhere around here in my home. Maybe if I'll go get it. If you stay right here, it's in the other room here. I'm going to get this book and I'm going to turn my screen on so you can actually see the book itself. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna turn my camera on so you can see me. The blue book. Back to my camera here. All right, here's the second cool bonus for you guys staying on late here. Hopefully this is helpful, right? You know, give people who stay on with me the whole time some bonuses. So you got the blue book, and here's this other book. It's called, you may have seen this in the bookstore. It's called Free Money to Change Your Life. This is by a guy named Matthew Lesko. He wears these weird glasses. He has, wears these weird colors. He has this great manual. The subtitle of the book is 15,000 Government Programs to Get a Better Job, Start a New Career, Get an Education, or Follow Your Dream. Free Money to Change Your Life. Really cool program. Really cool book. You see how thick this book is, right? You can get it in your local library, get it in your bookstore. Heck, if you want to, just go into the bookstore, go look at the book, flip through the book, find out what you need right there in the bookstore. Okay, so I wanted to give this to you guys tonight. Thank you for being here on the webinar. If there's anything I can do to help you. Somebody says for the next 24 hours. Yes. Question is, for the next 24 hours, what's that? So basically what I mean for the next 24 hours is that you get access, you get the fast action bonus, right? The fast action bonus is the Ace Your School test. Okay, so you get access to the Pay for College Now college funding program. You get access to the academic success program. And if you take action within the next 24 hours and enroll, click the button there to enroll in these courses for $97. I will throw in the fast action. Because you're taking fast action the next 24 hours, then you would get access to the Ace Your School test program. But after 24 hours for the next 3 days, you will still get the academic success program and the Pay for College Now program. So hopefully you understand that. Hey, I'm Kantis Simmons. If you have any more questions, I'll be here in the chat room. If you want to take advantage of any of those courses, then simply just go over to the link on your page. I also place the link there in the chat room where you can get access to it. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. And if there are any questions, I'll stay around a little bit longer for those in the chat room. Also checking my email box to make sure that you're blessed and that all of your questions are answered. Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Somebody said all of it. I loved it. Thank you, Kantis. Hey, I appreciate you. The Q&A session, Googling scholarships, the entire session. Thank you. All of it was great. I appreciate that. Great, great.